thank you. Welcome, everybody. It's great to be here. And I've been asked to moderate tonight's event. And the title of the event is Push for Precision, Cutting Edge Tech Transforming Our Health. So I love the title, but I do have to take aim at the title, so to speak. And the question is, should we be pushing for precision or accuracy, or both? People like the phrase precision medicine. Precision would be if I told you that the temperature out is 65.737 degrees. It's like, who cares? You know, I just made that number up, so it's not very accurate, but precise. And so we really should be thinking about, and so we really should be thinking about accuracy. And but I've never heard anybody use the phrase accurate medicine or accuracy medicine. And, I'm an oncologist, and one of the reasons I went into oncology was because I was just so enthralled by how precise oncology was. I was a resident, this was now more than 30 years ago, noted that every patient was getting exactly the right dose. We could measure their height, we could measure their weight, we could pull out a little slide rule, estimate their body surface area, and they would get exactly the right dose. Of course, that's just precision. It wasn't accuracy. So we really need to push for accuracy rather than precision. Now, President Obama likes the concept of precision medicine, so who am I to argue with him? But again, this should be called the Accuracy Medicine Initiative. And what is this initiative about? It's gotten a lot of news. And it really is, it's healthcare tailored to you is what the concept is. The mission statement goes as follows: to enable a new era of medicine through research, technology, and policies that empower patients, researchers, and providers to work together toward development of individualized care. And here is, this is from the White House website. The White House Precision Medicine Initiative enables healthcare providers to tailor treatment and prevention strategies. And you're going to hear tonight about work that's being done at the university in regards to genomics. You're going to hear about work that's related to health history, lifestyle. Other areas of interest in this initiative are microbiome composition. In other words, what you eat and what comes out. And people are collecting a lot of stool specimens around the world now, thinking that that's in many ways an important issue in regard to health. And in fact, there's one of my colleagues, Tom Gajewski, who's also an oncologist, has recently demonstrated that if one changes the microbiome, one might be able to influence the benefit of some of our new oncology drugs, those that target the immune system. So there's a lot of exciting things happening in this regard. And as was mentioned by Rihanna, we formed a Center for Personalized Therapeutics in 2010 at the university. And I've been working in the area of pharmacogenomics for a long time. Lucky enough to make a number of discoveries that really weren't being implemented. Pharmacogenomics is really the relationship of genetics and pharmacology. And so we made discoveries where we showed that you can take a DNA sample from a patient, either blood or from saliva, and we can use that information to determine what drug or what doses of drugs, but nobody was doing it. And there's a number of barriers to that, and you're going to hear from our next speaker about some of the solutions that we're coming up with. But our Center for Personalized Therapeutics was really founded around the idea of taking this knowledge and implementing it, really putting it into the clinic. And you're going to hear from our next speaker, Peter O'Donnell, about our genomic prescribing system, a specific construct that we have built to implement our research and the research of others around the world in regard to this important topic. Now, I think what I really want to point out is a lot of what we're talking about today is not new. Sir William Osler, who's one of the most famous physicians ever, and he spent most of his, he's Canadian, but he spent most of his career at Johns Hopkins Hospital in Baltimore. Famous quote, care more for the individual patient than for the special features of the disease. And so I think that's really what we're talking about here, is to really think about how to individualize care, and whether we call it precision medicine or accurate medicine, as long as we know what we're talking about is what really matters. I also want to talk about another area that we're not really speaking about in great detail tonight, although we do have economists on our podium in a bit, David Meltzer, that I think more and more we're going to be individualizing care based on the patient's ability to pay for care. And I'm not just talking about here whether they have insurance, I'm talking about whether they're going to be able to afford the co-payments, the deductibles, and everything else that comes with their insurance. And one of our faculty, Jonas D'Souza, who is also happens to be, he's an oncologist and is also a student at Booth, was recently featured in the Wall Street Journal talking about the high cost of cancer care and developing tools to measure what we call financial toxicity in cancer patients. So this is another area of research that really can be used to individualize care of patients with cancer and other chronic diseases. So let's turn back to our president. You may remember he used to be our senator in Illinois, and in 2006 he introduced this bill. He was quite naive in 2006. As you may recall, he was first elected in 2004. And in 2006, he introduced this bill, Genomics and Personalized Medicine Act of 2006. It went nowhere. It's an unusual bill in a number of regards. First of all, you'll notice there's only a single sponsor, and I think President Obama is now learned that's no way to get legislation done with a single sponsor of a bill. But the bill, in many ways, precedes his current initiatives in precision medicine. It really talks about the concept of providing individualized care and using all the information that's out there for the patient's benefit. Now, I've also been editor of a journal called Clinical Advances in Hematology and Oncology, and every month we do an interview with a prominent individual, either a professor, investigator. We've had people from industry, people from FDA, and I suggested that we interview Senator Obama. And we actually got an interview done with his staff, and the paper was published. It's the Genomics and Personalized Medicine Act of 2006 by B. Obama. It's got a PMID number, which means PubMed ID. This is a publicly available article. And so what I can say is, at least when it comes to pharmacogenomics and genomic prescribing, the President and I are on the same page. So with that, I would like to introduce our next speaker to continue this theme of genomic prescribing.